Have I decided on the worst possible place to record this? Probably. Hello there, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Patricia, I'm an artist and illustrator, and this is my studio. Sorry it's a little overexposed. I try to record with my studio in the back because I'm actually going to talk about some changes, but have I decided on... Okay, so I've done something a little crazy. I've gotten a big investment in a few things for my business, and I'm a little bit nervous because it's a big investment. But also I'm hopeful because we are actually in the perfect time to get these things right now. It's actually Black Friday today and I've already gotten a few things. I decided to get a heat press. I decided to get one that has like multiple things, like 8-in-1. You can actually heat press mugs, cups, I don't really care for that, and you know, the typical pressed stuff. It comes with several sizes for the mugs, which is what I was mostly interested in. Mugs, tote bags and shirts if I wanted to, coasters, mouse mats, things like that. This is actually perfect, but once I start looking into it, you know, it's not only the heat press you have to buy a printer, you have to buy paper, inks and all of that stuff. Once all of that was done and I kind of thought, okay, this is more or less what I have to buy, I realized that I don't have space to put it in. So this is why I have to rearrange this studio. I'm not going to be doing it with you today, but I thought now nothing has arrived, just the heat press. So we're going to unbox the heat press in this video, and I'm actually going to show you around the studio, and I'm going to try to think about how I will change it to fit the new desk to put on the heat press and the printer. Right now I have a full-time job and I'm not dedicating that much time to my store or my things, except for this business that I have with my friend, which both of us have jobs. So lately we haven't been able to do as much for it as we want to either. So why investing in this now? It seems a little crazy, but the thing is, we rented a space for a month in the local mall now for the holiday season. So from the 10th of December to the 10th of January, we're going to be there for a full month selling our stuff, selling our stationery, and also selling our personal stuff. I thought it would be the perfect season to test out products. We've also submitted to a few big events for the upcoming months. So if they choose us, because they have to do a selection, we could also be doing a lot of testing for those and for future markets. One of my biggest problems and my biggest pet peeves sometimes for getting products like tote bags, mugs and things like that is that you always have to buy a really big quantity, because I found pages like Vevor that you can get like a lower quantity. So for now I've been testing getting 5 designs or just a few designs of each tote bag, for example, to test them out, which has been really good, don't get me wrong, but this is exported from China or Korea, I'm not really sure. And the thing is, you know, customs get more expensive, laws are changing. I've found local printers and things, but they're quite expensive and you have to order a minimum of 50 or something like that. That's crazy for me right now at the moment. Investing in 50 tote bags of one design that maybe will not sell is not something I'm willing to do right now, because I've already had that experience. I'm not investing in big quantities. It's not worth it. That's why I wanted a heat press of my own. Also, I've been really looking forward to do mugs, but mugs are very expensive to ship, and the same, you have to buy quantity. So I'm really excited because I can get to try out a few designs. I can print 2 mugs, take them with me to this market and see if they sell or not. I thought it would be the perfect time to invest. Also, there's a lot of sales going on with Black Friday, so I jumped into it. I don't know if this is a wise decision or not. Most of the things I haven't bought them like on one payment. I actually divided the payment because it was too big of an investment to do in one go, at least for me as a small business. I actually want to break down the costs with you as I go, but I think I'm going to leave that for when I actually get delivered the table and the printer and the press, and that's coming up next week. Most of these things I picked up from Amazon, except for the heat press that I picked up last week from its actual page. The brand is Vevor. I don't know how you will pronounce it in English because my brain thinks about it in Spanish, but I'll leave the name around. And yeah, that got delivered a few days ago. I haven't opened it. I want to, but it's very heavy and I don't have where to put it. Still, we're gonna open it just to make sure everything is okay, and we're gonna do it in this video. But first, let me show you a little bit around the studio. I'm gonna be moving the phone, so hopefully that's not too dizzying. I'll try to stop. I'm gonna show you around the studio so you can see how the situation is right now. Okay, this is what you see as you come into the studio. I'm actually lucky to have such a big space for myself. I'm not going to apologize again for the mess, because I feel like I've done it enough already. Right in front of the window, you can see there's my desk. There's this backspace over here, which is kind of empty. One big shelf. These drawers. Ignore the suitcase because it's for events and is there because I'm going to use it very, very soon. And then over here, we have the entrance door, another shelf, a cupboard, which as much as I try, I can't fully get the better use of it, although it's full with merchandise and things like that. And as you can see, we go again to my desk over there. So I have a desk coming that is almost as big as that one, a little thinner though, but almost as big as that one. And I do have space. I could put it over here, but I'm gonna have to move some of these things around. Of course, the suitcase is movable. Let's ignore that. But things like, for example, that desk will probably get out of here because they don't make sense. Basically, right now, this desk is anything that I'm doing to just be piled up in there, and my silhouette that I probably will need to fit in another space. My thoughts will be, I can't move this shelf up to there because I have a shelf here and I don't want to move these things. Either I move it there next to my desk, or I move the cupboards near my desk. Right now as it is, the desk fits right between this and the wall. There's a radiator on the corner there, but still it fits. I can move stuff just a tiny bit. And initially I thought maybe I could just put the drawers below this new desk, which will be good because it will save me space. But I actually also need space to put my printer here. There. I don't know if you noticed the printer because it's buried up and stuff. There's a printer there, which I need to use, which I use a lot. I'm gonna think about it. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the prospects here, what we're gonna be doing. I think the best way to test some of these things out are to actually move them. I can't move this shelf so easily because it's actually heavy. I probably will have to take out a lot of the things like the books that are very, very heavy. But I can move the drawers pretty easily because they have wheels. The first thing I might try is just to move the drawers to this side and see if I can just do a slight adjustment and fix it there. I think I'm gonna be missing storage space for this, and eventually I should get another set of drawers or something of the sort. Also, I would love to reuse these shelves in the best way because some of these, like that one and this one, are not very well used. I could make a little bit more with the space I have there. Sometimes you see these very pretty, very arranged studios. It's not real, guys. They will show you that part and then they will turn around and they will have a mess, I promise. So here it is. There's a very big box over here for you. It's heavy. Okay, let's open it. Yay, the smell of new things. Okay, so there's a lot of things here. I'm gonna pull it one by one. So, instructions, obviously. This technically is the power source. This is where everything is gonna be plugged, both the mug press and the other press. I'm gonna be putting everything back because I'm actually gonna close the box after this until everything comes. This one is heavy. Okay. No, it was just stuck, it's not so heavy. Okay, these I think are mug pieces. Okay, these are a few of the pieces for the mugs. This is, I think, a conical one. I don't know if you can appreciate it, but it's sort of like cone shaped. And this is a bigger shaped one. I don't know why they're conical too. So these are 2 of the 8 pieces that we're gonna have. Back in they go. Okay. These are another one of the pieces. This is technically for plates. So in case I wanted to do something ceramic, plates, things like that, this will be your piece. I don't think I'm going to use this much, but hey, it's cool. Okay, over here there's a big piece, or two big pieces, I'm not sure. I think they're both for the mugs. Okay, so here's a small piece. I think this is just for one mug, one normal sized mug. That's the fourth piece. I'm counting them so you can know. This is the fifth piece, and as you can see, is huge. I actually bought this press especially because it had the double. There were a few presses that were 8-in-1 or 5-in-1 that had several mug pieces, but they didn't have this one, which is double. I think this is really nice because I could do 2 mugs in one go. And a lot of people I have seen making mugs say that this makes a difference whenever you're actually producing mugs constantly. It just saves you time and energy. And there's another piece here. I'm not sure, but this looks like the part where you actually put the mug pieces in. I'm gonna leave it back because you can't really see it properly like this. Okay, there's one more piece, and then I think the big mug press part is down. These are just plugs. These is the hat press, the 2 pieces, so you can actually press the hats and the caps and all of that. With this we have 1, 2 that I just showed you for mugs, 1 for the plates, so that's 4, and then these 2, which makes 6. These are all the pieces. Now we're gonna pull it up. My cat is doing weird things on the door. It's because she wants to get out. Okay, these pieces are heavy. Here, you have things to smell now. Okay, so yeah, wow. Here is the actual heat press. I don't know if to pull it out or not because it's very big. I knew the size, it's just different seeing it, you know? It looks really cool. It's blue and black. Because I'm gonna put it back, so does it make sense? Oh my god, it's heavy. Okay, so this is the press. I'm putting it back. Too big. But yeah, that's the main part of the press. Oh, it looks great. I like it because you can pull it out. The heat presses sometimes can have the directions of like turning or like slipping out. This one I think turns too, but has the option to slip out, which I think is really nice, isn't it? Okay, so here's a top view video of the press. Here's how it looks like. Here's my hand for comparison. It's actually quite big. Here's the handle. I heard that it's automatic, so you don't need to press it as hard as other presses. Okay, and this is the part that I've been showing you that was on top with all the little holes for the little pieces. Mugs, caps, and the plates, and just plugs and things like that, which actually were in here. And there is the power source part. Okay, so I'll see you later when I actually assemble this together. Hello again. So it's next Wednesday. I just came home from work like an hour ago, and today they delivered the printer and my new desk. So we're almost ready to finally try everything out. I'm not going to be able to try it today, so I thought I'll close up this video by showing you, because I just set up the desk here. Have the printer there. I haven't opened it. I'm not gonna start opening everything until I finally have the things, the sublimation, paper and all of that. And this weekend actually is like a bank holiday here, so I actually have an extra day to test everything out before our market, and that's great. So here we go. This is the new desk. I'm gonna record a better video now, but you can see we have the Epson printer here with us. I've moved around a few things in the studio. It's actually a little bit of a mess right now. Not that much, because I managed to keep things more or less in order, but still a little bit of a mess, and I still need to figure out what to do with some of the things once this is set up. I've set up the desk, which is already one thing less to do. So let me show you. Okay, so this is how this corner looks now. I've just shown you what I had here, the drawers and all of that. So yeah, you can see a suitcase there because that's the one I'm going to be using to pack everything this weekend. As you can see, it's a pretty big desk. I'm actually pretty happy with how secure it looks. It looks quite sturdy because it has this like metal frame all around it. Still, eventually I would like to get an extra support for the middle part, because I know these big desks tend to bend a little bit. And as you can see, mess, that bit stayed the same. I had to move this a little bit further down, but not a lot. So we still basically have a lot of space over here. This is a little bit closer. And then over here, still a bit of a mess because I just moved it, is the drawers and the printer, which are probably going to stay there at least for the time being. I don't think the drawers are in a bad position there, next to my main desk. Everything right now is a mess of me moving things around, and I need to fix up a few things. But I don't know how much time I'll have because I'll have to prepare for this market and all of that. But still, you can see a little bit of how the room distribution changed, and I still have plenty of space, which I like. So I'll upload a part 2 where we will unbox this. I'm gonna set up the heat press. I'm gonna unbox the goodies that I bought to sublimate, and we're gonna turn this into a sublimation printer. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned if you want to see that part where I turned that printer into a sublimation printer, and I'll see you soon with my sublimation adventures. Bye!